Hello everybody, it is me Jess, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I stream my console content on my Elgato Capture Card. A lot of you that might be watching this video have probably got an Elgato recently and don't have a clue of how to set it up and the benefits from it. So hopefully this video will get rid of any myths or questions you might have, but if you do have any questions after this video, please feel free to give me a message or reply to this video. Now this first step is if you have a PlayStation. If you have a PlayStation, you've got to turn off HDCP. If you don't turn off HDCP, your Elgato won't work. As soon as you turn HDCP off, you're ready for the next step. Here is how you plug in the Elgato. First of all, you connect the first HDMI cable from the console to the HDMI in port on your Elgato Capture Card. Take the second HDMI cable and connect it from the HDMI out port on the Capture Card, and then connect the other end to the HDMI input on your TV or monitor. Next, you connect the USB-C end of the USB cable to the capture card, and then connect the other end to a USB 3.0 port on your desktop PC or laptop. So once we've plugged in our Elgato Capture Card, all we're going to be doing is going onto the Elgato website and clicking on Downloads. We're going to be scrolling down to our Elgato Capture Card using the drop-down list. And we're going to be installing the 4K capture utility. Now, if you have the HD60S, you'll need to install this software because it will install all the drivers that you need. If you have the HD60S Plus or newer, you don't need to install this software, but it's highly recommended because it has lots of lovely features. But with that device, you're able to use this capture card straight away with your streaming software of choice. So once you install this software, let's move on to the next section. So how do you add your Elgato Capture Card onto OBS? Well, this is how you do it. So all you got to do is create a scene by clicking on the plus button here on the left hand side, and we're going to be calling it Capture Card. Now as we've got one already, we're going to be skipping this step. We're going to be going on to Sources and clicking the plus button and going on to Video Capture Device. You can rename it whatever you want, but in this case we're going to be calling it Elgato. We're going to click OK. Now usually it auto detects your capture card, but just in case it doesn't, you select it from the drop down list. But it's very important that you don't select Game Capture HD or Screen Link. Make sure you select your Game Capture HD60S or HD60S Plus, whichever capture card that you have. You're then going to be scrolling down to the buffering section and clicking on Disable and clicking OK. The rest of the settings you leave alone. Now if you have audio latency issues, this is how you solve it with a little workaround. So what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be muting the Elgato Capture Card audio source and putting it right to the left hand side. And then what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be hiding that audio source. And then we're going to be creating an audio source through here using the sources option by clicking on Audio Input Capture. And we're just going to be calling it PS5 audio because we are capturing from our PS5. Next, you scroll down until you can find our capture card, which is here, Game Capture HD60S Audio, and click OK. And then we're obviously going to transition to that scene, and as you can see, the audio has popped up here, and we're going to be going on to our console, for example, and there's hardly any delay now, which is good news. If I do this, it's pretty seamless. If you're on a PS4 or PS5 and want to hear your gameplay audio, this is how you do it. If you have two microphones, for example, me having our Elgato Wave 3 for my PC and then something else for my PlayStation, all we're going to be doing is going on to my Elgato audio source and click on Advanced Audio Properties and go to our PS5 audio section and going on to monitor and output. And this is very handy if you're on PS5 parties because the latency is very, very low. And we're going to be clicking on close, and you should be able to hear the gameplay audio whenever you want. And it's also very important that you change the audio levels to match your voice and the gameplay audio. So if you think it's too loud, you just put it to the level of your choice there. So that is how you set up your Elgato. A big thank you to everyone for watching this video, and if you have any questions, please make sure you leave it in the comments below. I will see you very soon for another video. Goodbye!